Recruiting Nation's hot board has been updated with predictions and confidence as far as who will commit where. And recruiting reporter Jeff Borzello is here to provide specific insight on a few. First, Jeff, right at the top. Number 3 overall, Josh Jackson. Alphabetically, his top 3, Arizona, Kansas, and Michigan State. What's the latest on where Jackson will sign?
This has been sort of a wild last few months. For a time, it seemed like Michigan State had the lead. That's his home state. Obviously, he's playing high school basketball in California now. But there was sort of a pull to come back to Michigan State. A lot of his friends, Miles Bridges, is already committed there. So that they were sort of in the lead for a little bit. Then it seemed like Arizona sort of had pole position, but then Raleigh Alkins committed. Alonzo Trier's coming back. So I think right now the buzz is headed to have him headed toward Kansas. Especially with Wayne Sullivan leaving for the NBA. Brandon Green's going pro. So there's a spot for him to come in and play basically as many minutes as he wants right off the bat. And so right now, if forced to pick, I think he's going to head to Lawrence.
Wow, Kansas, that recruiting class, small, talented, could use a little bit of infused life. Jackson would provide just that. We know Thon Maker has decided to attempt to enter the 2016 NBA draft. So for the time being, that leaves 4 uncommitted 5-stars. Jeff, of the available prospects remaining, whose decision do you find most intriguing?
I think it's going to be Marcus Bolden. I think that just because he sort of has become the subject of a recruiting battle between Duke and Kentucky. And as we know, Duke and Kentucky have the number 1 and 2 recruiting classes in the country. They might be number 1 and 2 in the preseason polls next year. So, Bolden is sort of that missing piece for both programs. And whichever school gets him has a good shot at finishing number 1 in the recruiting rankings and number 1 in the preseason polls. I think that he sort of cemented himself as the best low post player in the country, or best low post scorer in the country at the McDonald's practices. So he's the guy that's going to come in and make an immediate impact. And so Duke and Kentucky, when you see a recruiting battle like that, I think that just amps the interest from a neutral fan like me.
Yep, 4 5-stars available, 7 ESPN 100 prospects overall. A lot left to be decided between now and the early signing period. He is recruiting reporter Jeff Borzello. Jeff, we appreciate the insight.
You got it.
For the complete hot board, a ranking of the top 25 impact freshmen for next year and all top basketball recruiting news, search basketball recruiting on ESPN.com. For Jeff Borzello, I'm Phil Murphy. Thanks for watching.